Finally, the time has come. Today on Where I Got It Figured, we're looking at Haslab Deathsaurus. Stay tuned.
The Way I Got It Figured.
Sup, figure fans? Where I Got It Figured, back with another Haslab review. This time we're looking at Transformers Legacy Deathsaurus. So I know there's all kinds of Deathsaurus videos up on YouTube at this point, and I'm kind of late getting to mine, but I had to hold it off for Christmas and other things that have been going on. My review space was a little bit compromised over that time period, plus again other things, but we're always going to get a review of this guy up. I actually picked him up after the fact. I got a great price from him, from a guy in my local action figure group. I'm going to give you my impressions on him. We'll go over the package. We'll go over all the contents inside, and we'll do some comparisons and get you out of here with some final thoughts. So right off break, we can see the beautiful Guidi artwork. I probably think out of all of the Transformers artists, comic book artists, I think Guido is my personal favorite. His work just has a look to it that just seems like the animated show. And you know, at least from an aesthetic standpoint, I do think the Transformers show is sort of the high point of aesthetics for Transformers. You can see Deathsaurus on his throne with eagle chest and tiger chest. And yeah, it's pretty great artwork. Transformers Victory logo. You got your Transformers Legacy logo, Takara Tomy, Hasbro 15 Plus, Deathsaurus. And we're going to call him Deathsaurus like he was on the show, just because I think Deathsaurus is like completely silly. The character's not completely silly, but the name Deathsaurus, I mean, does it really make sense? No. So on this side of the box, you've got the various things, the pieces. So you got tiger chest, his flail and mace, eagle chest, the living metal destroying cannon, and eagle chest as like a bow and arrow kind of deal. On the other side, of course, you got Transformers Victory Decepticon logo there. On top, same thing. On the bottom, just some QR, regular bull crap, legalese, Haslab. And then you got Deathsaurus on his throne with eagle chest perched on top. You got your murder chicken mode there. Deathsaurus on a stand with his sword and using the eagle mode tiger chest. Excuse me, the bow mode tiger chest. And we're going to get into all of these things in the review. So next thing we will do is look at Deathsaurus out of the package. So here is Deathsaurus out of the box, out of the packaging. Everything has been removed. And this is the base robot. So, you know, he's pretty cool. Everything looks good. Very articulate. And, you know, he's a big boy. It's, I mean, it's pretty fair to say that this guy, even though he's a Generations figure, you know, he's like masterpiece quality. And, man, you know, very striking, very large Decepticon. We're trying to get up close on some details here. You know, got his chest cavity, which you can put his chest guys in. Eagle chest and tiger chest. Got some pretty cool articulation. Ratcheted joints. .360 weight swivel. You know, he's a right proper action figure. He's got some head up and down. Not a lot, but enough. Very, very cool. Very cool robot. And of course, he comes with a number of accessories. Got his giant scabbard type sword. An arrow for tiger chest. Turn it to like a bow. Ball and chain flail. Autobot Micromaster Peepo. And Boulder, which completes the rescue team. The other two of which came with Star Saber, Victory Saber. A stand and a part that goes on the stand. Two purple blast effects, which is cool for Decepticons. They usually have purple blasters. And a shield that transforms into the murder chicken's tail with a handle that you just sort of stick in there. I've already transformed them, but eagle chest. And tiger chest. Couldn't resist messing around with them, so they're already transformed. The wings just sort of peg in. I kind of knocked it out. Vacuum metallized parts, which is a rarity in today's toy world. Of course, he's got vacuum metallized crown on his head. The infamous living metal destroying cannon. And last but certainly not least, Deathsaurus' throne and a stand for that to go on, as well as to go on this for if you want to do flight type things. Yeah, you get, considerable amount of stuff. So the first thing I want to do is attach the chest formers. So we'll, first let's look at them. So here is Eagle chest in Eagle mode. Looks pretty cool. He's got the laser blasters. And hilariously, he probably need to be smaller, but they take blast effects. Always like that. And then of course you could make him a blaster as well. That's this alternate thing. Like you can make Tiger chest the bow, but you can turn Eagle chest into a blaster. And here's the handle for that. His jaw, his beak opens and closes. The guns are positionable. The feet are on like a little ball joint type of deal here. So that's pretty cool. Now to transform him into the chest mode, take the bird tail and flip it down like that. Flip the guns in. Something like that. Flip in the wings. I know I don't do a lot of transforming on screen in my videos, but these are, pretty easy and quick. And then you've got Eagle chest. And then you can just take Eagle chest, push them in like that. Then you have Tiger chest. Tiger chest is more involved. He has his head's on like a ball joint, so it can go up and down, and of course his mouth opens. It's a little bit tougher than Eagle chest beak, but there you go. To transform back, you just sort of flip that in. So here you got this that flips in, and you got this that opens here for the arrow. You push his head in on this sliding apparatus. You open the wings, and the wings are somewhat hard because they lock, which is cool. Flip the legs around like that. They're like backwards. Fold down the front legs. And then push them in like so. Got these two posts. Like this, so you put the posts on like that. And you pull the wings out with a bow. Woo. So had it on there, but I'm the one knocking it off. There we go. Stick this arrow on there. You can have them drawing the bow, and they do it better on the box, but you know, this is sort of it. So there's eagle chest as a bow. Just remove them off of there. And you can do it on either side, by the way. Take that off. Fold that in. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. So when he's in bow mode, you're supposed to you are supposed to have this out. Like that. But, you know, what I did was close enough for government work. Push the head in, push the wings in, fold this up. And then just attach eagle chest like so. And now you have the full-on Deathsaurus. There you go. And he does look more magnificent with the chest on. You can take the arrow and attach it on his back like that. Then he's got this flail, and he uses the, you know, sort of like the masterpiece system of the little peg that goes in. If you want him to hold his flail, you just kind of Stick it in there. Find the peg post. And you can manipulate the for posing. Eagle chest is coming off a little bit easily, but pretty sure that he's supposed to stay in there. I don't think I have them lined up right. This flail. Interestingly, you got the 3mm ports down here. So like for example, you can stick a blast effect in there. I don't know what that's supposed to do. I guess if you want them to be flying in murder chicken mode, you could do that. The sword. He's ready to wipe out some Autobots. Oh yes. And then you have his shield, which is the last piece of the puzzle. And on his arm here, he's got a little post thing for this post. Of course, you gotta push his wing back. You can attach the shield to his arm, like so. Now you got the full-on murder chicken and robot mode. This arrow fell off, but I'll put it back on. So there you go. Then, of course, we'd be remiss if we didn't go over Peepo and Boulder. Or Fix It and I forget the boat's name. That never got made as regular figures. So we only have the Japanese ones. And these were a nice little inclusion, by Hasbro, Takara, Tomy, to finish off all of the guys that ran with Star Saber. There you go. Peepo and Boater for Micromasters. And of course you've got your living metal destroying cannon. It has a couple of ways to attach to Deathsaurus, including of course a handle for the robot mode. We will drop the flail. I like this chain. It's like a real chain. Knock them set over. I don't know exactly how successful he was with the living metal destroying cannon in the Victory cartoon, but a weapon of such magnitude begs to be used successfully. So probably in a stop motion I'll have him use the living metal destroying cannon, and I don't know who's going to be the victim, but you know, somebody's got to be a victim. So there you go. He holds that well enough. You can fold it like that for storage or whatever you want to do. We'll take another look at it when we get them transformed into murder chicken mode. And then of course you got his throne. And I'll admit, I have not messed around with it, so how he's supposed to sit in it, I'm not 100% sure. There's a recess here for the chicken head. There you go. Very cool. So the chicken head sort of, there's a slot for it in there to make it look like he's sitting in the chair. You can give them, make them give grand pronouncements to Decepticons. I think this is right. So it's more like an illusion of him sitting in a chair, but it's a pretty cool illusion. And of course, I didn't put eagle chest up there, but he has posts to perch on there. Deathsaurus on his throne. So let's get him transformed into murder chicken mode. Gotta check that out. Be right back. Here's Deathsaurus Deathsaurus in his murder chicken mode. Space murder chicken. It's a weird alt mode, but it's also like absurdly cool at the same time. And I wanted to show the interaction with the living metal destroying cannon, the blast effects and the blast effect poured in the murder chicken's mouth. And you know, he's still substantially large in that mode. I mean, it's, you know, very well articulated. Transformation isn't super difficult to do. And yeah, it's extremely cool. So here you have that. I'm going to remove the living metal destroying cannon just long enough to install the part to the stand. So you have this, you know, you just slide in the stand part right there. And yep. 1 second, just a small technical issue. You just slide it onto the stand like that, and put the legs back, tilt the head up. I might have did it backwards. You can stick him on the stand, and he look like he's flying. And it's very cool, once again. there's that. And as you can see on his back, you can install the chest formers, but you can also not have them there. You know, they can be independent of him at the same time, so you can do that too. And yeah, this is a pretty complete toy. It's a complete experience, and I really think Hasbro, Takara Tomy, they delivered on what we wanted. So there's the vehicle mode, or rather beast mode, alternate mode, murder chicken mode, whatever you want to call it. So now we'll get them transformed back, and we'll do some comparisons with other figures. Be right back. First up for comparisons, we have Star Saber and Victory Leo with Deathsaurus here. And you can see how he towers over them. I will give you another, scale kind of comparison with another figure to show you exactly sort of like the size bracket that these guys are in. But Deathsaurus was taller than Star Saber in the show, and it was only once you achieved the Victory Saber mode did they, sort of match him in size. So there you go. There's that comparison, and we got more coming. Next up, we have MP31 Masterpiece Delta Magnus and Deathsaurus side by side. You can see that he is basically the same size as Masterpiece Delta Magnus, Masterpiece Ultra Magnus MP22. I had Delta Magnus out for another project, so it was a very quick and easy comparison to make. Just so you can see that. So we will continue with yet another set of comparisons. Of course, no set of comparisons would be complete in a Transformers video without the scale standard bearers, Optimus Prime and Megatron. So as you can see, he towers over them, and he's a big guy. It's kind of weird, to consider how, Megatron could be the leader of the Decepticons with a dude this massive and imposing, with the size and probable strength as Megatron once said in the show. And I don't know, perhaps Megatron's just wilier. I don't know, but perhaps we'll find out at some point in the future. So there's Optimus Prime and Megatron. So of course, for our final and perhaps most relevant comparison, we have Victory Saber with Deathsaurus. And in my Haslab Victory Saber review, I never changed Star Saber and Victory Leo into Victory Saber. I said I was going to save it for when I got Deathsaurus, Deathsaurus as we've been calling them. And here they are. And Star Saber is actually a little bit taller at the head than Deathsaurus. I mean, for all intents and purposes, they're basically the same size. So there you go. They look great together, look great facing off against each other. I should probably get Deathsaurus' sword out. That's a great, great picture. All right. So we're going to move on to final thoughts on Haslab Deathsaurus. Final thoughts on Hasbro's Haslab Legacy Deathsaurus, or Deathsaurus as he was called on the show. This is a great figure, definitely a figure of the year candidate. He's got everything that you want. It was definitely a figure that was as advertised. Everything came out great on this guy. Everything works as intended. You know, what can you say? He's the perfect complement to Victory Saber, and you know, he's a 10 out of 10 very easily. You'll most likely see him again when I do my top 10 action figures of 2023, and you can bet he's going to be pretty high on that list. So I want to thank everybody for watching the videos. Tune in to this video, and of course check out the Haslab Victory Saber. It was a 2-part video: Victory Saber Part 1, Victory Saber Part 2, and yeah, you know, hopefully we get another Haslab some point in the near future for Transformers. Don't really know where they're gonna go with it. But I do know that the 2 Transformers Generations figures that they've done have been top notch. Some people complained about Victory Saber. You know, they had complaints. Mine was perfect. I don't have any issues with it. It's a great toy, and this one is continuing in that tradition. So let's keep it going. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave it there. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe, and you know, continue to check out the Transformers videos and all the other content that I put up, you know, on a very regular basis. And I will see you all in the next video. Until then, everybody stay safe. Peace.
The way I got it figured.